Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sports 2.0 show. My name is Ryan Ghodsian. Today, we're going to be discussing some win totals for the AFC South this season in the NFL. All these spots are brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook. We're going to start off with the favorites, in my opinion, in the division, the Tennessee Titans, who are projected to win over 9.5 at minus 105, or you can take the under 9 at minus 105. I'm going to take the over here. I think the Titans are being slept on. I'm not sure why. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. Ryan Tannehill is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. He finished seventh in QBR rating last season. You add Julio Jones, who is a monster. You still have A.J. Brown, and you have the best running back in the NFL in Derrick Henry. So offensively, they're going to be fine. More than fine, actually. Defensively, they're also very underrated as well. I think the fact that Mike Vrabel is their coach, he really emphasizes defense. And you see how guys really love playing for him. They're a very swarming defense, very underrated in my opinion. And they're going to be even more improved this year. So I'm not only taking the Tennessee Titans to win over 9.5 games, I'm picking the Titans as one of the biggest threats to the Chiefs in the AFC this year. So look out for the Titans. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts. They are an interesting team this year. Carson Wentz has been traded to the Colts earlier this offseason. Frank Reich's a great coach in his own right. No pun intended. The Colts are projected to go under 9 wins at minus 120, or you can go against the odds and bet over 9 wins at plus 100. This is a very hard bet to predict, but if I had to choose, I would probably say the under here. I think the Colts are a great defensive team, but I think they're going to struggle on offense. Carson Wentz has to show me something in order for me to bet on him, really, to be honest. In his last few years in Philadelphia, he was a mess. And I know he didn't have all the talent in the world. But let's be honest, he doesn't have much talent on the Colts either. T.Y. Hilton's up there in age. He has a neck injury. Michael Pittman is a talented wide receiver, but he's entering his second year. We'll see how he's going to be. I think the only bright spot for the Colts on offense is their offensive line and Jonathan Taylor, who I think is going to be a nice back. But I can't trust Carson Wentz, so I'm going to have to take the under here. Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who enter a new era with Urban Meyer as their new coach and number 1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to take the under here at 6 wins at plus 120. I do believe in Trevor Lawrence, but I have my doubts about Urban Meyer. Going from the college game to the NFL is a huge transition. And so far, he has not been shown himself to be a great coach in training camp. But now I know it's his first year. It's just a training camp. I don't want to read too much into it. But he's not handling these situations so far. He claimed that it was a quarterback competition between Gardner Minshew and his number 1 overall pick. I don't think anyone's going to believe him when he said that. He made a comment about vaccination status. And even though he does have a right to believe that, it's very controversial to say that vaccination status played into the role of whether he made the team or not. So I know, listen, it's just a preseason, and it was just training camp, but I think he's going to need some more experience before I can start believing in Urban Meyer as a coach. But to talk a little bit more about the Jaguars, they did lose Travis Etienne, their rookie running back. I think that's going to hurt. James Robinson is a great back. You saw him last year, but they need a second guy to really help him out. And I'm not sure they have one on the roster. Laviska Shenault on the outside, he's a nice player. Don't think he's number 1. DJ Chark is a nice receiver as well. But like I said, I think they're going to struggle this year. Their offensive line isn't great. There's just too much inexperience on the team. I'm going to take the under here at plus 120. And lastly, the Houston Texans, who I think are going to be the worst team in the NFL this season. You have the whole Deshaun Watson situation. I don't expect him to play this year. And I'm sorry to David Culley. He's stepping into a horrible situation in Houston. They're a very poorly led franchise. and they don't have much talent at all. They traded away DeAndre Hopkins a year ago. You saw how that went. They don't have much draft capital. They're just a complete mess right now. No reason to believe if you're a Texans fan. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to give it some time. Defensively, don't have much depth at all, and offensively, they're gonna struggle, especially without Watson. So I'm gonna slam the under here at minus 110. I know 4 wins is laughable, but I'm gonna take the under here, even in a 17-game season this year. But that's gonna do it all for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. I had a blast. Please subscribe to the Sports 2.0 show on YouTube, and please give us a follow on Twitch. It'd be much appreciated. Have a great day. Thank you.